What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lucrecio back at you again with another video. Today, I got some news for you, some NBA news. So today we found out that none other than Draymond Green from the Golden State Warriors was suspended for Game 5 of the NBA Finals because of the little dust-up with LeBron James and Draymond. I believe it was in the fourth quarter yesterday. Oh man, so many things going on. I expected this. Oh my gosh, I expected this to happen. I think there's numerous things going on here. It's not just kick somebody or punch somebody, in a restricted region or whatever and get suspended. He was supposed to get suspended, and I'm gonna try to be as fair as I can with this with the commentary. Because everybody knows I'm supporting Cleveland or whatever, and I don't particularly love Golden State all that much, even though I'm partial to Steph Curry somewhat, and I like Klay Thompson, but still, I don't love the Warriors all that much. So, Draymond Green was suspended. This suspension, I feel like, was a strategic move, all right? So, last series, they played the OKC Thunder, right? He had a situation with Steven Adams where there was a kick. He said he just flailed his legs or whatever. He says he does it a lot, which he kind of does, but not like that. He kicked Steven Adams directly, in that restricted area. And he did not get suspended for it. They reviewed it or whatever. They determined that it was not a suspension. I personally think that determination was that it should have been a suspension, but the NBA was nervous to suspend Draymond Green because that would effectively decide that series. All right, because obviously Golden State would not have beaten the Thunder in the games necessary without Draymond Green. So now the NBA seems to have gotten the opportunity to make right for that situation, right? Because he didn't get suspended. So now there's kind of a little minor dust up with LeBron. Honestly, this is what I honestly feel like happened. I feel like LeBron saw the score, saw how the team was playing, saw how he himself was playing, and was like, okay, we're not going to win this game. I got to figure something out. He went, Draymond was, kind of tussling with him or whatever. But I think when Draymond fell to the floor and LeBron James proceeded to try to step over him, I felt like he was just trying to get a rise out of Draymond, which is obviously the case. But I feel like that was like kind of an extreme situation. I feel like he was gonna do something when somebody steps over you or whatever in that fashion, steps over your head with their restricted area kind of over the back of your head. It's kind of hard not to react. But anyway, Draymond kind of did an arm flip. I think he probably could have pushed LeBron and got away with it or something because of the situation, because LeBron stepped over him. But I feel like since he made contact with that restricted area again, which is what he's been doing almost like the whole playoffs, and especially that, the one versus Steven Adams was terrible. That was just a kick, basically a kick to the nuts or whatever. But this time, I didn't feel like this situation was serious enough, which they didn't necessarily suspend him for the punch or whatever. They suspended him because they called that a flagrant one, and then he didn't have any more flagrants to get before if he got one more flagrant, then he would earn a suspension. So that's how they did it. They just gave him they upgraded that foul to a flagrant one, suspended for Game 5. This is interesting. As I was saying earlier, I feel like Draymond avoided the suspension last series because the NBA did not want to decide the series, and because especially that was the money series of the Western Conference the playoffs in general. OKC and Golden State is kind of the money series in the NBA right now. Those are two teams. I mean, Cleveland's, but OKC and Golden State, they're probably the two most evenly matched teams, with OKC having a higher overall talent level, but Golden State having special players, along with being coached a lot better. I think the coaching of Golden State is their main strength, aside from Curry and Thompson, outstanding shooting abilities. So, and I keep digressing. So, voided the series versus OKC. The NBA did not want to decide that series. I feel like the mentality now is that it's not necessarily deciding the series, because Cleveland's down 3-1. The next game is on the road in Oakland. So what better time is there to go ahead and push down that suspension to try to squeeze 2 more games out of this series? The NBA, first of all, they want to get Cleveland another home game. If they can get another home game in Oakland in addition to this one, naturally you don't want to see the NBA trying to kind of wiggle themselves to other. But this is an opportunity because Draymond gave them the opportunity because LeBron kind of egged him on into doing it. And it was funny because you never see LeBron behave like that on the court, and then all of a sudden he just started doing stuff or whatever because they were gonna lose. So he started doing all this stuff. He even was talking crap to Curry. It was weird. Even though I don't even know how much crap that talk. It looked like he was talking about how is it that I only got to the line 4 times and a 3-point shooter got to the line however many more times than me, and I'm going to the basket every time. That's what it seemed like the conversation, because I don't understand. I don't see what else it could be about unless he was just saying Curry was soft or something. I don't know what he was saying. But in any case, I feel like this was a chess move by the NBA. They wanted to extend the series a little bit. And without them necessarily deciding the series, because honestly, the way Cleveland's been playing in Oakland the first 2 games, though with this change, honestly, with them losing Game 4, I was not happy with them losing Game 4 at all. Even though I liked Kyrie's aggressiveness in Game 4, I thought in the 4th quarter his play was inappropriate for the NBA Finals. All right, if you're in the NBA Finals series, I don't really see how you just kind of jacking shots and basically trying to win the game by yourself and you're Kyrie Irving. You're not even LeBron. If LeBron was doing this, it would have been, it would have been like, all right, he's trying to go out with a bang or whatever. He's trying to win the game, but when you're Kyrie Irving, and even though I like Kyrie Irving, when you got a better player on the court on your team and you don't pass the ball to him, you just decide to take it on your own. But then it's on LeBron too, because in my opinion, he was not nearly aggressive enough. The best thing he did for his team in the 4th quarter was step over Draymond Green's head, which is ridiculous. Put his whatever on the back of Draymond Green's head, because that got him suspended for Game 5, and that gives the Caps a better chance to walk into Oakland and try to take a Game 5 on the road, which is not guaranteed because, like I said, the way the Caps have been playing in Oakland, there's no guarantee that even without Draymond Green, the Warriors might win. But I doubt it because Draymond Green is a big part. He is a major part of what they do in Oakland. So I feel like this opens the door wide open for Cleveland to extend the series back home to Cleveland, get another home game, and then if they could win that one, then a winner take all Game 7, which would be weird, considering that this series kind of looked like it was going to go one way, and then a suspension could kind of flip it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It was interesting. Game 3 was a butt kicking. Game 2 was a butt kicking. I figured Game 4 would be a Cleveland win because I figured the teams were a little bit more evenly matched than it seemed. But then Cleveland lost Game 4. The poor basketball in Game 4. Like I said, LeBron not nearly aggressive as he needed to be in a game of that magnitude. Kyrie aggressive. I like the aggressiveness, but almost a little bit too aggressive because, come on, man. Like, he was just jacking shots. He was taking a lot of bad shots. You can't get into a shooting fest with Golden State. You're going to lose. You got to stay disciplined and stick with your game plan to have a chance at winning. But anyway, with that being said, Draymond Green suspended for Game 5. The little nut punch or whatever was classified as a flagrant 1-game suspension. No Draymond, Oakland for Game 5. Very interesting how this is working. I think it's a little bit of a chess move to just try to get a longer final series so we can get more basketball. I'm not complaining. We'll see. It's a little weird. You never want to have stuff like that. If Cleveland were to come back and win this series, and that would end up being a big factor, and it would be kind of one of those, it would be another excuse for people to talk crap about Cleveland, and then naturally next season we're going to see a Golden State Warriors that are similar to the 2014 Spurs, even though they lost that series fair and square, but when the Spurs came back in 2014 and basically kicked the Miami Heat's butt because they felt like the Miami Heat stole one from them. That being the case, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment. Let me know what you think about if you think the suspension is fair, if you think it's unfair, whatever. All right. See you next time.